Good evening and welcome to Fresh Media 365 News. A man who died after a stabbing in Cambridgeshire spent his final moments with his son laying on his chest, his family have said. Tom Lewis, 23, took his last breath in the presence of his 1-year-old son before his life support was switched off. Tom, who lived in Wisbech, was stabbed in the leg in the town in 2020. His leg was amputated at Addenbrooke hospital in an effort to save his life, but the outgoing, loving father passed away 2 days after the incident. 2 men were cleared of murder at Cambridge Crown Court in February. Tom's family say they have been left with a lack of closure after his death, and his mum and siblings told the Liverpool Echo about the energetic young man and the holes left behind by his passing. Tom was an animal lover who once came home with a rescued seagull biting his finger before calling the RSPCA to pick it up. For a while, a chicken lived in a pen at the end of his bed, pecking his feet as he slept. Before he died, he considered moving back to Liverpool where he grew up and returning to college to pursue his dream of working with animals. He was a prankster too, once filling his sleeping nephew's hands and toes with birdseed while the chicken was in the room, and often jumping out of cupboards to scare Ben, his older brother. Tom, who was fiercely proud of his Irish heritage, was the most outgoing person you could ever meet. He'd do anything for anyone, he'd talk to anybody, according to his sister Nene. The 30-year-old laughed as she recalled his boisterous voice, saying, "You just know straight away. Oh, that's Tom. You'd hear him walk down the street. You'd always know it was him because he wouldn't be quiet. He was one of those people, everybody knew him." She wants to remember him as the outgoing, loving person that he was, saying, "He's just the best type of person ever. I don't even know how to describe him. You'd never get another one. They broke the mould when they made him. He was the best brother you could wish for, the best uncle I could choose for my kids, and the best dad. He was just an amazing person." But a lack of closure looms over the family since he died in hospital 2 days after being stabbed in the leg in Wisbech around 1 a.m. on Tuesday, September the 8th in 2020. 2 men were charged with his murder and found not guilty by a Cambridge Crown Court jury on February the 25th, 2022. Tom's mum, Sharon, can't bring herself to visit the place her son died or to hang his picture on her wall. She can barely dwell on happy moments with Tom, saying, "I just keep thinking of how he's in the ground with one leg." She last spoke to Tom the Sunday before he died, the same day he last called his brother Ben, who he told he'd call again later. Ben instantly wanted to throw up when he heard what happened to Tom, saying, "I felt like I was going to be sick. It was a disgusting feeling." News spread through the family in the following hours before Ben and Nene travelled to Cambridgeshire, not sure how serious it was during the very tense and nerve-wracking journey to the hospital where Tom lay, his condition on a knife edge. Nene cried when she walked into Tom's room. Ben's voice broke as he recalled arriving to see his brother's face, all squashed up with tubes going down his throat. He said, "It's not the way you want to see someone for the last time, especially not your brother." For 2 days, Tom was in hospitals undergoing surgery and having his leg amputated. The wait was really traumatic for Nene, who was preparing herself for Tom not pulling through. Sharon felt sick, like "you're going to die," as she heard developments. Ben tried to convince himself Tom would survive, saying, "That's what I was telling myself, and I was telling everyone he was going to be okay. You know, he's going to struggle for a while, but he's going to be fine." But it became clear Tom wouldn't make it. His then 1-year-old son Thomas lay on his chest when his life support was turned off in Addenbrooke Hospital, Cambridge. Ben held Tom's hand, wishing he could take his brother's place, as the 23-year-old's heart stopped on Thursday, September the 10th, 2020. Ben said, "If it had been the other way around, he'd have been with me, and I believed that he knew we was there." Nene is still in some kind of denial and angry at the fact his life had been taken away. She moved to Wisbech after Tom's death to be closer to his son, describing him as a lovely and good kid who Tom would be proud of. Nene said, "He's just like his dad. He's funny, he's got the best personality for a 2-year-old, he's really clever. He's just like his dad in every way." Despite the trace of Tom left in his son, the family is all too aware of the pain Thomas may feel in later life when he learns what happened to his dad. Ben said, "Thomas has to grow up without a dad. We have to grow up without a brother and a son. It's not right that I have to tell my nephew what his dad was like. I shouldn't have to do that. That's not something I should have to do. His dad should be with him." He added, "I've just got to try and make people always remember him. I could be gone 100 years and I'd still want him to be remembered. Like, you've got a great 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 uncle named Tom. That's why you're named Tom. He's the strongest person I've ever known, just the way he was. I'll never meet anyone like him again." A spokesperson for Cambridge Police said, "We note the decision made by the jury following the trial. A full investigation has been carried out by our major crime unit, and at present we are not actively investigating any lines of inquiry. If anyone has any new information, please contact Cambridgeshire Police," quoting Operation Wentworth. Once again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to enable this channel to continue running. You can find even more stories on social media platforms and the website. Links will be in the description below. This video was brought to you by Fresh Media 365 News.